The greatest time of year is upon us. That's right, it's football season, and go Birds. I said it. Defending Super Bowl champions, we're coming back, we're gonna do it again, but that's not the point of the video today. The point of the video today is to talk about what actually is marketing. What are the essentials to any marketing strategy? What are the essentials to have inside of your company? And I'm not necessarily gonna give you tools, I'm not gonna give you tactics, I'm not even gonna give you what we do. But what I'm gonna give you is the basics that you have to have in order for marketing to work in the day and age that we're in right now. There's 4 essential things that every marketing strategy has to have. You have to have tools, you have to have automations, you have to have integrations, and you have to have data. If you don't have those 4 things, your marketing is gonna fail. It's just that simple. So what do I mean by that? So let me give you an example. So let's say you have Google Ads, that's your tool. Your tool is that you're running ads, you're doing Performance Max, you're doing keyword searches, and now we have to have an automation that happens. So what is the automation to get the information that you receive from Google into, let's say, your CRM? Because if you can't get it there, then you can't track it. Now, whether that automation is a human being or an actual tool that's integrated into your company, you gotta have that. So that's what we're in reference to when it comes to the automation side of getting that information there. And then the integration side of it, like who's actually running the Google Ads? Like you have to have that person that's doing it, whether that's an in-house person, whether that's a third-party company, or whether that's you as the business owner. Maybe you're the one doing that. So you have Google Ads, the automation that gets the information in there. You have to have integrations, you have to have somebody running it, but you also, now that you have all that data, what are you doing with it? Because everybody gets data from what they're doing. The issue is now, are you taking that data and feeding it back into the tool to run it back through this process again, and continuously doing that over and over and over again in order to drive your cost per lead, your cost per acquisition, cost per close, cost per fill in the blank of whatever it is that you're trying to reduce. And you can also reduce how much money you're spending on a monthly basis as well, or get your money to do more for you by reducing the overall cost to acquire the customer that ideally you would like to work with. Here's another example. AI. AI is a thing now, but all AI is, it's just a simple tool. So what AI tools are you using to get into, that are automated, and who's running it, and then what data are you getting from it? Make sense? So you have the tool, you have the automation, and then it's integrated into your business, and then you get the data. You feed that data back into the tool, and it just keeps running through that cycle. What we see here at Lion and Panda that is a pretty big problem is people have the first 3 steps done. They're 75% of the way there. And they even have the data. I would even go as far to say that most people are 90% of the way there. But it's that last 10% of feeding the data back into the tool is where people get lost. And that's where we see that a lot of people are struggling. So what do? Well, we have our systems that we have created in Pandalytics that gives us the data that, of course, you own if you work with us, like you own your data. But that Pandalytics AI that we've created by people much smarter than me, we feed that back in, and we're able to spit out better leads, and we're able to drop your cost per lead. Like we've seen this happen over and over and over again. This is with roofers, this is, and both residential and commercial, by the way. This is with painters, this is with local municipalities, this is with protein snacks, this is with pretty much anything you can imagine. But what's beautiful about what we do is any tool that you have, once there's the automation that gets it into your system and the person that's actually running that, and then you get the data, we can feed that back into the tool, whether that's CTV, whether that's SEO, whether that's your website, Google Ads, LSA, social media, AISO. It doesn't matter what tool you're using, Pandalytics can get the data at the end of it and put it back in to what it is that you're marketing through. So I ask you, where are you lacking? What do you have that's actually producing the right data, and where are your gaps? Let's say you have all the tools necessary. So one of the tools for marketing is actually door knocking. Like that's the tool. Who's the integrator? The integrator is the person who's out there actually knocking on the doors. But what's the automation? How are you getting that into your system, and what data is that giving you to be able to give back to the people that are actually going out there and knocking on doors, so that way you can set them up for better success. Like, where are your gaps? Where are you struggling? Where are you lacking? So that way you can fill the gap and you can start making your marketing better, no matter what tool you're using to go produce leads. So that's a question that you have to ask yourself. And if you're lacking in one of those areas, then you need to figure out what it is that you're missing, so that way you can get better leads. I mean, Google is seeing a massive 25 to 30% drop across the board with searches right now. So you cannot be omni-channel anymore. You can't just be on one place to go get your leads. You have to be in multiple different channels, and especially now with AI integrated basically into everything that we're doing, unless you're out knocking on doors or sending postcards or something like that. And even in postcards, the AI is pretty strong. Just ask Dope Marketing. But what I'm getting at is you have to be in all these areas, because AI is changing so fast and shifting from different things, moving much faster than Google could have ever dreamed of moving. And if you're only depending on one thing, you better hope the iron's hot for for AI to be reading that as the thing. Like we're seeing right now, everybody's searching, why is my company not showing up? And Reddit is the thing right now. Well, if all you do is focus on Reddit and nothing else, what happens when Reddit isn't the thing anymore? What happens when it moves over to SEO or Google Ads or social media or anything like that? So you have to have numerous tools that are all working for you at the same time now. And that's my encouragement to you. So, what are you doing? What's your tool? What tools are you using inside of your business to produce things? Who's doing it? Who's the integrator? Tools, integration. Who's doing it? What are the automations getting all of this information into your systems? Is it a human being, or is it actually, a real automation online? And then lastly, what data are you getting to feed back into the tools so you can run it through this system over and over again, so that way you can start producing better leads at a lower cost and make more money?